Hello, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Nguyen, and I'm going to read you this story called His Mother's Nose by Peter Maloney and Felicia Zakowskis. Wah! From the day Percival Pudcombe was born, he was not his own man. Everyone who saw Percival saw something of themselves in him. "He has my nose," said his mother. "He has my eyes," gushed his father. "He has my mouth," said his sister. "He has my hair," cried his brother. Percival quickly outgrew his carriage and playpen, but he could not escape those who saw something of themselves in him. "He may have your nose," said his aunt to his mother, "but he has my ear for music." "He may have your ear for music," said his uncle to his aunt, "but he has my head for numbers." The teachers were amazed by Percival. They'd never heard of a kindergartner who could add, subtract, multiply, and divide in his head. "Actually, it's not my head," Percival told them. "It's really my uncle's." At the barber shop, no one even asked Percival how he wanted his hair cut. The barber just cut it, same as your brother's. Tired of hearing about everyone else's features, Percival decided to disguise himself. But his disguise fooled no one. "Look, it's Percival," his sister cried, "and he's got Uncle Groucho's eyebrows and mustache." "That's it! I've had it," cried Percival, and he stormed out of the room. "Well," said his mother to his father, "it looks like Percival has your temper." In his room, Percival looked into the mirror. All he could see was his mother's nose, his father's eyes, his sister's mouth, his brother's hair, his aunt's ear for music, and his uncle's head for numbers. "Where do I fit in?" he sighed. The next morning, the strangest thing happened. His mother's nose, his father's eyes, his sister's mouth, and his brother's hair all disappeared. And so did his aunt's ear for music and his uncle's head for numbers. That evening, the whole family cried about what they were missing. "My mouth, my nose, my ear for music, my hair, my eyes, my head for numbers." Then they realized what was missing most: Percival. The family looked everywhere, but Percival was nowhere to be found. "Percival!" At the Bureau of Missing Persons, a sketch artist tried to draw a picture of Percival, but he drew a complete blank. "He has my eyes, my mouth, my ear for music, my head for numbers, my nose, my hair." Meanwhile, Percival was miles away, heading toward the only people who always saw him as himself. "Percival!" cried his grandmother. "Your mother just called and said you were missing. So is her nose." "Her nose?" said Percival. "Yes, her nose, your father's eyes, your sister's mouth, your brother's hair, your aunt's ear for music, and your uncle's head for numbers. They're all gone." "But I have them," said Percival. "You have them? Where did you get that idea?" "From them," answered Percival. said his grandmother. "Grandpa, the family photo album, please." And there, on the faces of long-lost uncles, great-great-grandparents, and cousins twice removed, Percival saw all his family's features, from his mother's nose to his brother's hair. And for the first time, Percival realized that there was a little bit of everyone in everybody. "But what about my aunt's ear for music and my uncle's head for numbers?" asked Percival. "Grandpa, could you please tell our grandson here what the square root of 16 cubed multiplied by 2 and divided by 4 would be? And while you're at it, pass me that violin." "That would be 32, my dear." When Percival arrived home, the whole family jumped for joy. "Mom, I found your nose," he cried. "And that's not all." And as Percival flipped the pages of the family album, an amazing thing happened. His mother's nose, his father's eyes, his sister's mouth, his brother's hair, his aunt's ear for music, and his uncle's head for number, all reappeared. "Percival," they cried, "you saved the whole family." And as his mother hugged him, she whispered softly in his ear, "Percival Pudcombe, there's nobody quite like you."